The place is decidedly run down.
Hey, baby, what's happened? I'm with
A
someone.
slum. The booths in the back draw you in like a magnet, since the bookstore section, what you walk directly into off the street, where the sign outside lights up only adult books and Peep Show, is virtually bare of magazines and videos. The stock really exists for the public health regulations of a retail license only. But the two early cocksuckers can waste time browsing and looking at pictures to try to calm themselves down while they wait for free-time cocks to slink into the back. The north wind on the left corresponds to the element air. The east wind at the top corresponds to the element fire. There's only two glory holes. The first two booths on the left-hand side as you enter have their own neatly carved holes. Sal ammoniac shines through all metals. Each door to each booth has a peephole. Magic seals are energy stations which have a certain similarity with that which the agent desires. The video screen is lodged behind a thick plexiglass cover that is always dirty. It has the ability to connect with every region of the three worlds through various subtle spiritual media. Monkeying pigs shoot their gross wads all over the screens, directly aiming at the hog porno action. Having just jet out of some princess's unskilled raw mouth, a vessel of all things, the ladder of creation, elemental, celestial, and super celestial.
I'm with someone.
Everyone is there to suck cock, even the younger faggots who pretend they're there to be serviced, or initiated. The hermaphrodite, lying in the dark like a corpse, needs fire. Demands twisted from dreams get stomped flat to raging horny crutches. Monkeys suck cripples because they're the only ones who will come close enough to cages. It's tight in these booths. The gate is bolted 3 times according to the sections of the work. There's no hiding and masturbating and imagining behind filthy, sticky, useful partitions. The points on the arch indicate that 3 different fires must rule within. What the homely paraphiliacs and selfish sensualists want here comes with a brutally honest lowball context of ugly on ugly give and take. Through friction and rotation, a flash, or Shrek, is produced in the 4th property. The twofold fire of light and darkness. This one assignation lends itself to a more conventional politeness. Once you're in the booth, his dick will be standing up straight next to your thigh as he cups and learns your balls, just as the heart on the cross must exist in the fire of God. A long line of Barbie dolls soaked in menstrual blood and hymen pains go through the dying magic fire and exist in it, enjoying some sort of mystic sisterly flubbed out fancy. Some Nazi Mexican offers sweaty steak meat, for without opposition nothing is revealed. Some thick-middled bald father becomes the incarnation of destructive doubt and calculating reason. They squeeze in line to get what they can. Mongrels pumping in the air, sublimating the desire to come blind into the great dark empty world. It's a hungry fire and must have being, otherwise it becomes a dark and hungry valley. And the future here is violent. Ugly, hateful, bitter, mean, sexually perverse. The booth is soaked in poppers. Gasoline bites every orifice. The Gnostic spark of light, the spread, the thickness. Actions collapse into reflections. Switch the mirror for a silver bromide plate to achieve a more powerful effect. The heat in the box circles between you and all the black paint and noisy video washes and buzz. Quite clearly, the spirits, like we mortals, have become realists. Just suck some Mexican meat, already wet, spent, and hard again. Die a different way today. Energy, which acts as a stencil, becomes matter. Big burly flesh, mass, messy and sloppy and talking and slurping and hissing. Sound produces form as well as color. Give me that jizz. Come on, man, you can come, because he talked like a piggy mother. The nature of infinity is this, that everything has its own vortex. You lean back towards the wall and thrust out forward, directly into his throat, which stopped moving and clamped tight. To take in your throb and spits, a symbol of everything left over, for which we seek neither words nor names. a wetback TV fuck whore with a face like an anvil, and the influence of an all-pervasive vital fluid. He nailed down more poppers and licked his lips, emerging with extended antenna into the spirit world. His cock hung out of his pants and t-shirt and black belt. He yanked it and shook it, erasing the boundary between spirit and matter, cleaning the last drops of underwear stain and stick. This dew is the manna on which the souls of the just nourish themselves. Let you burn in what just hogged you. The chosen hunger for it and collect it with full hands. Hard and wet and animal, and seem to want to get hard again. Our dew is celestial, spermatic, electric, universal. How many clean young men would let this pig eat them this way? Whole. Beside him, the context of the flask previously entrusted to the secret Vulcan fire is poured into the cooking vessel. How many desperates have shot their load into this gullet and walked away fast? The result of the distillations is conjoined with the extract that has been concentrated by the secret lunar fire. The floor is gummed with black. The floor is gummed and black with thickening, sticking lumps from years of serious dereliction. As if the owners had decided at various times to just paint over the filth rather than pay for daily toxic upkeep. The flies degenerate into crawlers and diggers in the hot mist stench, and buzzards dark and bad luck. The dew is now exposed to the cosmic fluid, further to enrich its cosmic force. Breathless, standing forward, cock to cock, hands being the most sentient part of the program of debasement-turning ritual, twisting natural, poured into 6 plates arranged in the form of a fiery triangle. May all be shattered back to scarred sunny reality by the indiscriminate flick of a tiny lightning fleck. Here the mercurial vessel of nature is prepared and sealed. The dew in the bowels vibrates, sated with nitric heavenly spirit, the sickness churning inside as its drug raged backwards into your lungs. The dumb stare trance of fantasy, fleshing into declining tolerance, clinging to the heels of mercury. The hung mouth, wet lips, dull eyes, zits and craters and wrinkles and skin oil, the blood of the ancients, the moon-white water, the friendly acceptance of shit-smeared, piss-stained, tobacco-nailed fingers and germs and lazy, lolling, stunted tongue, whose weight drags it hither and thither. Transforming nature is nothing but driving the elements around in a circle. Centrifugal and centripetal forces of will and unwill. Videos of future wombs being paid small money to eat shit out of dog bowls. Close-ups of these absolute beasts vomiting and spitting and spewing out the last taste of backed-up urine, sick feces, and beer breakfasts. Cock after cock dropped into some sag's chummed-up rag mouth. An in-and-out folding of the divine unground. The 3-in-1, miraculous eye of eternity. All of this haphazardly scrawled in black marker, in pidgin English, and in smaller green marker underneath, in probably perfect Spanish.
I'm with someone.
The narcissism, the attention, the dalliance, the finger-pushing inside your pain, stinking cockhead. The circumcircle is in the point. In the seed lies the fruit, dragging out your piss and cum and burn. It is the force of light, and the eternal center of fire, which according to Bohm is open everywhere in the darkness of this world as a little seed. He sucks you off, down to the root and pulls. What is sown in the earth as a perishable thing is raised imperishable, taking in your throb and spits. Decay is a wonderful smith, his fingernails and that fucking scratch. You grease into his wet hand and jawing slime and performing tongue in the subterranean distillation. The raw state of the lapis is being dug from the earth by miners. All black and video fuzz. All black and video fuzz and warm desperation. Back and forth faster between long lips and ballsack tumbles and lava canals leading from the central fire. Your deposit shooting and sliding into human darkness and drug frenzy. The bodily fluids and the elemental qualities in man in relation to the zodiac. That's it. As he slides off of you and drops wet in his work. Concentrated and resolved. The beginning and the end of all creatures. His fingers sticky in his cum and his palm and cock. The exact same red. Allowing the whole universe to run together and accumulate within this one circle.